Welcome to Manhattan, Kansas, the Little Apple, where they have taken a large bite out of college football. The man for whom the stadium is named, Bill Snyder, built this program from the losingest in the history of college football to a formidable foe and home of the Kansas State Wildcats. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the UCF Knights, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Knights' offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, do you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. You think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
The Knights are moving quickly down the field. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Velasquez. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. He finds his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advancing.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll leave it with him. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback
moving toward the end zone and fumble. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
What a play by the defense. With their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. On the ground, it's Giddens. Gives them a little more breathing room, a 3-yard gain out to the 7.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down. From their own 18-yard line, it's 1st down. They'll try the right side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Get it out on the screen. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
Johnson wants to throw it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. His drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Yeah, and the QB decided to take it himself. He got a little bit of pressure, you could see, and decided to take off, scramble, and couldn't get the 1st down. And now it's 4th down decision time. No matter where it is on the field or what the distance is, you know there's a chance. We still might go for it.
K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Now they'll run it to the right here. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Gonna run it. It's Ingram. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got a wide open receiver. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Quick completion on the out. That completion.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Got it! And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, UCF!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Coming out with it, it's Edwards. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with the score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend, but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
Johnson looking to throw. Got a man. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He will step. Not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. These guys got knocked around in Big 12 play last year, and that has been a motivating force during the offseason.
Yeah, and you hope it's a motivating force. You hope they were talking about it. You hope it matters to your team that last year was a very big disappointment. With expectations for this squad to end up like they did, a lot of time to stew on it. The whole offseason, Palmer, you better be irritated, and they better come out with some momentum to start Big 12 play.
I think what was so frustrating about this team last year was that on paper, they looked like a team that could compete for the Big 12 championship, but it just didn't show up each and every week. This year, again, these guys look good from a height standpoint, a weight standpoint, a speed standpoint, but they've got to make plays, and it's got to start here today.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. Stopped after making the catch.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking to pass on second down. Got the quick pass. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply were not.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Looking to throw on second down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got a man. It's Montgomery.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll heave it deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Going up top on first down. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Manhattan. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
The Knights will line up to kick off and start the second half. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Kansas State pushing the pace. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Johnson looking to throw. He's right on target. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Trying play action. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Knights with the 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
The tackle. Got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Knights. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Kansas stay quick to the line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Johnson wants to throw it. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They'll run it. It's Edwards. Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, he's looking downfield. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. He's going to pass. Going for the big play. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Power football with the run. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense, right?
Trying to beat the D deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to go up top on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. He'll pull it down and run. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great. Do it with ease.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Knights are rolling down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. He's going to fire deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
The Knights getting set on 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Velasquez. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. On first down from the 13-yard line. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll give it to the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, UCF!
Well, obviously, this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year, coming into this one 0-1, but a great job there getting that drive, putting 6 up on the board. They've got a comfortable lead. They wanted to turn the page and start to build momentum. This is a massive win for this program.
He'll bring it out. It's Lockett. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They're bringing heat, buying some time. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. And his throw is incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's going to run it. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own.
Touchdown, Knights! And the punishment has been extended.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lockett. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Johnson looking to throw. Makes a connection. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be...
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. 1st down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It's really not hard to find the difference between this game and the loss last week. Turned it over 3 times a week ago. None today.
And just a great response. Last week, you know, you're probably the reason you lost, and you didn't take care of the football. But now you step out here, you show your team you can bounce back, you can lead, take care of the football, and lead this team to victory.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to scramble. Fires on the move. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off?
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. The Knights in the hurry up. On 4th down, going to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Johnson wants to throw it. Looking for the end zone. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Takes it the other way. And he runs out of bounds with the interception, and that is how we'll finish off this game. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first